This video will show you how to bleed the brakes on a Ford Transit-250. Make sure you have a couple pints of clean .4 brake fluid and some parts cleaner. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Now the first thing I would mention is you are going to have to remove each of the wheels, so make sure you're in a safe area to do so. After you've completed that, we're going to make our way inside the engine compartment along the driver's side where our master cylinder is located. Now as far as this is concerned, we're going to make sure that we remove the cap. We'll just give this a quick inspection, make sure the seal is in good usable order. At this point, we want to remove all the fluid from inside of the master cylinder reservoir and replace it with clean .4 brake fluid. Now as we attempt to fill this, looking along the side of the master cylinder reservoir, we can see that there's a minimum spot here. And then as we make our way up towards the fill neck of this, you can see the maximum line. Let's fill this up to the maximum line so we can start our bleeding process. Now we have our .4 brake fluid. There we are. We'll just reinstall this cover so we're sure nothing makes its way inside of the braking system as we continue on. Now at this point, we're going to start bleeding the brakes. We're starting at the passenger side rear. We'll bleed that caliper. After that, I'm going to go over to the driver's side. I'll repeat that exact same process. Once I've done that, I'm going to be meeting you back at the master cylinder. We're going to make sure we top it off up to that maximum line. After we've completed topping off the master cylinder, we're at the passenger side front. We'll bleed the brake there, and then I'm going over to the driver's side to repeat that exact same process. In the end, we'll be back up here so we can top it off one last time. Now I'm at the passenger side rear so I can start the bleeding process. I have a second person inside of the passenger compartment. Now that person is going to pump up the brake pedal for me approximately 3 to 5 times. They're going to hold it and let me know. When they do so, I'm going to be opening up my bleeder screw. We're waiting to see a steady trickle of fluid making its way out with no air bubbles. We're going to repeat this process until we only see clean fluid with no air. Since I do have a bleeder screw cover, I'm going to remove that. Just a quick inspection and I'll set it aside. Go ahead and pump up that brake pedal, please. Now while they're holding it, as I mentioned, I'm just going to open this. We have our collection receptacle under here. Go ahead and pump, please. Now I did see a couple air bubbles there, so we're just going to repeat that process. Go ahead and pump, please. That one looked good. Let's do it one more time here to confirm. Go ahead and pump. Perfect. You can release, thank you. Now that I've confirmed that I have only clean brake fluid making its way out, no dirty fluid, and definitely no air bubbles, I'm going to clean up all the mess in this area. After I've completed that, I'm going over to the other side of the vehicle, to the other rear caliper. I'm going to complete this exact same bleeding process. After I've completed that, I'm meeting you at that master cylinder so we can top it off. Make sure this is nice and clean so we can double check for leaks in the end. Now back at our master cylinder, we're going to make sure that we top this off up to that maximum line we had discussed. Let's make sure we protect this area. We'll continue on to our next 2 brakes, starting at the right front. Now from the master cylinder, we're at the passenger side front caliper. We're going to bleed this brake as well. Go ahead and pump up that brake pedal, please. Go ahead and pump. Okay, as you could tell, I had only clean, brand new brake fluid making its way out, no air bubbles. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess in this area. After that, I'm going over to the driver's side front caliper. I need to repeat this exact same process. After you've done both front calipers, go ahead and make your way back to the master cylinder. You're going to top it off one last time. Okay, so they're all bled. We're at the master cylinder. Just go ahead and remove that cap. We're topping this off up to the maximum line just like we did before with our clean .4 brake fluid. There we are. Right up to my line. It's exactly where I want to be. Make sure you reinstall the cap and make sure it's secure so no moisture or debris make its way inside of the braking system. Okay friend, we finished bleeding the brakes. Now the next thing we want to do is just double check for leaks. After that, reinstall all the wheels, torque all of your lug nuts to 148 foot-pounds, and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.